Let's begin with parallel and perpendicular lines. So, if you've got a line with a slope that looks like this, well, that's a terrible line. That's better. With a slope that looks like this. If you give a second line with the exact same slope, then those two lines are parallel. That means they'll go on into infinity and they will never touch each other. They'll never cross over. There's never going to be one point where they touch. So if you say that that is y equals 3/4 x plus 4, y equals 3/4 x minus 4, that could be the two equations of those lines. And you see how they have the same slope, 3/4 and 3/4? And those two lines will never touch. That's how parallel slope works, is they'll have the same slopes. Conversely, or oppositely, if I got rid of this line and I made it 4/3 x minus 4, then it would look something like this. Now those two lines are perpendicular. They have exact opposite slopes. Negative. So that's what's called the negative reciprocal. Negative reciprocal means you turn it negative and flip it upside down. So just to give you a couple more examples of what that means, so hopefully it'll stick. If you've got 1/2, the reciprocal is 2/1. The negative reciprocal is -2 over 1, which is the same as just a regular -2. Right? 2/1 is the same as 2. If I've got 4/5, the perpendicular will be -5/4. Right? Because I flip it and make it negative. Let's see, 3/6 will be -6/3. Because I flip it and make it negative. Hopefully that's enough for that bit to make sense. Alright, their first example says, a line passes through 0, 4, and has an equation, or is parallel to the equation, y equals 1/4 x minus 2. Okay, so these are our two points of information they give us. This is the y-intercept of the equation we want, and this is the equation of a separate line that is parallel to the line we want. So if it's parallel, that means we're going to take that that slope right there, and just steal it. So we're going to go y equals 1/4 x, and now we need the b, and they gave it to us because this has a 0. We know that the x-intercept, or the y-intercept, is 4. So we're going to just put plus 4. That's y equals 1/2 x plus 4, because they gave us the 4 and they gave us the slope. I miswrote that. That's supposed to be a 4. I hope I didn't confuse you. This next one's a little harder. Passes through the point -2, 8, and is parallel to y equals -5x plus 1. Right, so that's what they've given us. First, identify the slope. It's -5. Identify the given coordinate. Substitute into point slope form. So y minus y1 is 8. Y minus 8 equals slope, -5, times x minus -2. I made that a plus because it's a -2 here, so it's supposed to be minus a negative, so it's a plus. Alright, so then I'm going to distribute. I get y minus 8 equals -5 x minus 10 plus 8 plus 8, y equals negative 5x minus 2. Okay, this next one is a word problem. A bike path is represented by the equation y equals 3/4 x on a coordinate map. This city would like to create a parallel path for pedestrians. If the new path goes through the point 49, what's the equation of the pedestrian path? So there's a bunch of extra information there. The path, the city, bikes, you don't need any of it. You just focus on the numbers they give you. So they give you y equals 3/4 x. So we know the slope, right? 3/4, because it's the number that's paired with the x. And it has to go through 49. So we're going to use y minus y1, which is, 49. Let me write that, 49. Y minus 9 equals m 3/4 times x minus 4. So I'm going to take, let's get that glare off of there. I'm going to take this 3/4 and distribute it. 3/4 x minus 3. This 3/4 times 4 is 3. Then we're going to add this 9, add this 9. And we end up with y equals 3/4 x. 9 minus 3 is 6. And that's the equation of the new, what was it, a pedestrian path? There you go. Example number 4. A line passes through 3, negative 2, and is perpendicular to the equation y equals 5x plus 4. Okay. If it's perpendicular, that means we need the negative reciprocal, like what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So 5 is equivalent to 5 over 1, which means the reciprocal is 1 over 5, and the negative reciprocal is negative 1 over 5. So it's going to be equal to y equals negative 1 over 5x, and then this point's in there somewhere. So we're going to use y minus y1 is negative 2, so y plus 2 equals negative 1/5 x minus 3. I'm getting the 3 from right there. Move my hand a bit. Okay, y plus 2 equals 1/5 x minus 3. So that's going to be y plus 2 equals negative 1/5 x plus 3/5. Minus 2 minus 2. 2 minus 3/5 is 1 2/5. Oh, I hate fractions. Okay. We've got to go 2 over 1 minus 3 over 5. Multiply by 5, and I've got 10 over 5 minus 3 over 5 gives me 7/5. So y plus, no. Y equals negative 1/5 x minus 7/5. Because fractions are stupid. And that's where we're going to stop for this lesson. I'll see you at the next one.